Guys, welcome back to the next episode of Cooking With Nuthin. This time, our guest, well, he's a presenter, he's an author, he's also a chef. It's Miguel Barclay. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good. Happy to be here.
Good, mate. Right, so what are we going to cook? What are we doing?
Right, so what we're going to do today is a gnocchi.
Yep.
It's not going to be like a traditional gnocchi, like what you're used to and what they make in Italy.
Okay.
We're going to be using tinned potatoes. So,
Controversial.
yeah, you've got to bear with me.
Okay.
Just save your judgment until you've seen it.
Right, okay, fine. I'm not judging.
But it's going to save a whole load of time.
Yeah.
Like, these are already cooked.
Okay.
So straight away, no
Like
washing
war
up.
food. That's like
That's
war
exactly
food
what
potatoes.
it is. This is stuff you can have in your kitchen, and you can keep it for months and months, maybe years.
Yep.
And it's from my new book, which is called Store Cupboard £1 Meals.
Okay.
And it's just a collection of recipes using stuff like this, tinned potatoes.
It's still within the £1 remit, which is what you, well, the books that you do, that's
Yeah.
the thing, isn't it?
So yeah, the important thing is that I keep the costs down.
Yeah.
Everything comes in at £1.
Yeah.
But this was like an easy one. This is probably
yeah.
coming in at like, I don't know, 50p. So you can have double portions today.
We like double portions. Right, so what do we have to do?
To make it?
Yeah,
okay, all right.
How complicated are we getting with
First
this?
thing you've got to do is open that. Let me grab your tin opener. All right, and this is probably the most technical part of the dish.
Well, don't film this up close, because I'm a bit
That's a good tin opener, that.
It is. Well, you brought your own, and that's what I like about this. Miguel's come prepared with everything he needs today, and it's, no trust here.
You never know when you have to go and film somewhere, you never know what they've got.
No,
and you never know,
you don't.
like, if you'd had a rubbish tin opener, I'd probably cut my hand or something.
Yeah, true. Right, that's fully opened.
And then we've just got to drain it off. So
Amazing.
it is as easy as that.
Right.
So this is stage one.
Yeah.
So that's
Of
straight
how many
away.
stages?
6 maybe.
Brilliant.
And one of the stages is the NutriBullet.
Yeah.
So that's it, just drain it off.
Brilliant.
And that right there saved us probably 20 minutes. And they've been cooked to perfection.
Okay, yeah, it's true, 'cause, they've got that nice...
So just stick them on here, stick them on here.
Brilliant, there we go.
There you go, right, stage one.
Stage one done. So why the £1 meals thing? Where did that all come from? When did it start with you?
It was just a game I used to play at home.
Right,
I used to, sit at work with a spreadsheet, think about something that I wanted to cook.
Yeah.
And then go on all of the like supermarket websites and just cost it all out, stick it on a spreadsheet. It was fun. When you're at work and you want to skive off, you've at least got to have a spreadsheet up.
So you had a specific spreadsheet to work out what you could do with your meals to be at £1.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And you could sit there for ages with a calculator, and people think you're working
you
really hard.
You look like you're doing
and you're like,
something.
oh no, and you're like, damn. And then you have to rework it.
So then how did you progress from a spreadsheet to an actual book?
It became an Instagram account.
Yep.
But originally I just wanted it to be like a game that people would play, and I thought it was going to be like a competition. People were going to use the hashtag at £1 meals. But no one ever did their own. They just copied my one.
They just did what you did.
Yeah,
right, okay. So it's almost like a fantasy football league. That's what you're after. People just chipping in.
Yeah, and then
I get that.
I thought that there'd be like competitions between people, and people would sort of, I don't know, vote on their favourite one. But none of that happened.
Okay.
It still hasn't happened.
So Instagram, and then that kind of just went, poof,
yeah,
didn't it?
And then I ended up getting a book deal.
Wow.
And then I turned all the recipes on the Instagram account into recipes for the book.
Amazing.
And then now I'm on book 7.
Wow.
I know.
Bonkers. So they're all £1. What's the? Is it just all 7 books for £1 meals, or is it
all
different
7
variants?
Yeah, all got slightly different sort of vibes.
Yeah.
So first one was a little bit more me sort of showing off what can be done for £1. Second one was like, how can you do something for £1 really fast?
Yeah, okay.
And then sort of went on like that.
Just
and then
keep on
this
going.
one's store cupboard. But yeah, just got to quickly explain what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just mashing it with a fork. So again, like people.
Can I ask how much chopping's involved in this dish?
All right, there's one thing that we're going to need a knife for, but you could probably do it with your finger.
Yeah, okay.
Just sort of like.
So to just show off the quality of the knives, we're going to cut
So
soft potato.
we'll get some slow motion shots.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Yeah.
But yeah, so like another thing that's quite important for me is like washing up. Like no one likes to wash up. No one wants to dirty up a load of pans.
Correct, yeah.
So what we've done here, when you sort of mash potato, if you leave it slightly too long, it sort of sticks to it and it's really difficult. Like there's none of that. You just use a fork, get the potato.
And arguably you could use that to eat it with after and not even have to wash up.
Yeah. Well,
this
is mine, my fork. So look, you can see that. All I've done is mashed a tin of potatoes.
Yeah.
we've made it last a little longer than I could have, because this is a very quick recipe, and I've got to eat this out into 45 minutes. Right, then you get some of this, which is just plain flour.
So again, all on the board, saving what there's no bowls involved.
No. Just keep eating. I made a little bit of a mess there.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll ignore that. Then a bit of salt. This is really, 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 really important. You've got to get some salt in there.
Okay.
That's probably a big pinch.
Lovely.
And then you sort of just...
So what's the flour do? Just helping to bind it all together?
Yeah, it just brings it all together.
Yep.
You don't want to work it too much because you still want it to be a little bit light and fluffy.
Okay.
So I've sort of mixed it together.
Beautiful.
Now it's time to get your hands in.
And just go for it.
Can you see it sort of coming together?
Yeah, nice.
With a little bit of a dough.
So have you always been a chef into cooking? Is that?
Yeah, it's just been a hobby really.
Yeah.
So when you sort of, I don't know, your hobby takes over and you take it a little bit too serious.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Well, it's one of those guys.
Yeah. Okay.
So like every conversation sort of eventually got round to cooking, and that was just me.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. And writing the cookbooks is a really, really, really nice.
Is it? Because I've seen that you do, like you're very involved, aren't you, with writing and the photography side of things as well. I've seen you have setups where you're actually taking the. So do you take the photographs for all the books, or do you?
I don't take the photographs, but I cook the food and then I do what they call
the styling,
cropping,
right.
and food styling.
Yeah.
So when you see a picture on the cookbook, no one else has touched it.
Right, okay.
Which is different.
Present it and then it's shot, and then you do it. And where do you do all that from? Is that?
It's in my house.
You're just from your house?
Set up the photographer in the corner, and then we just cook.
Amazing.
And he's got quite good, like, I don't know, music accounts, like Spotify.
Right,
okay. He just sorts out the entertainment. And then I just cook, yeah.
How long does it take to write a book from start to finish?
A couple of months.
Is that?
Yeah, not too long.
So where does the inspiration for the recipes and stuff, where does that actually come from? Or is it just a case of you go, right, I'm going to dick about with a load of stuff in the kitchen and see what happens? Or
there's a lot of different ways, but a lot of it I just think, so I daydream a lot about food. So I'll think like, I'll pick an ingredient like, I don't know, aubergine. Yeah. And I think, what can I do with aubergine? You've got aubergine curry. And then you can have like 10 different styles of aubergine curry. You can go sort of more down the Thai route. And then I think of other things you can do. Like I did like a lobster thermidor using an aubergine, or scooped it out and kept the thing as the shell and then put it all back in. And stuff like that. It's, I don't know, your imagination has no bounds if you start thinking about food really. You could probably come up with 40 aubergine dishes if I made you. Probably under pressure.
How would you make me? I probably could. I mean, 40 is quite a push though, isn't it? Aubergine chips, that's the first thing that came to mind.
See, I've not even thought of that.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Next book.
So yeah,
credit me, please. £1 aubergine chips.
But yeah, that's sort of basically how it goes. You just get your mind
mindset in that place, and away you go.
Right.
Okay.
We can probably get away with just using half of this. So all I've done is just rolled it into a sausage. Yeah. And that's it.
Is there anything I can be doing in the meantime?
No, if you could just grab us a knife.
Is that all?
Yeah. Brilliant. Oh, and get a pan on the hob so we can start cooking it.
Right, there's your potato knife. We make those especially.
Yeah, maybe I might do. Actually, no.
Have you got a favourite? This is what I'm asking everybody. Have you got a favourite type of food to eat?
Italian, always
food.
Italian.
So what's the attraction with Italian food? Is this what I'm putting in that?
Yeah. It's the simplicity.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, like, cooking food eats into your personal time.
Yeah.
So, as much as everyone loves cooking, like, you don't want to spend like 3 hours after you've been at work. No. And then with all the washing up, the planning, and the grocery shopping and everything. Yeah. Like, it's a big time commitment to cook a meal.
And you're very, so like on Instagram, as an example, you kind of go through, you document lots of stuff, don't you, in your life? So this morning I saw that you woke up in bed. I see your family and all that, and that must chop into time. Or is it just a natural thing that happens now?
It's instinct, but the way that I think about it is that I want all of these memories so I can look back on them in the future. So every single Instagram story I've ever done, I keep. Wow. So I'm going to have like imagine when I'm like 80 years old, I can go
footage.
and see my entire life.
Incredible.
And that's the reason why I do it, and that's why I want everything on there.
Yeah.
Because it goes after 24 hours, so no one's going to be like overwhelmed by the amount of content that I put out.
No, because they don't have to watch it. That's
Exactly,
the thing,
exactly.
If people don't want to watch it, they don't have to watch it.
But I would never record it otherwise,
No.
because I would record it for other people, but it's for myself to watch later.
Yeah, amazing.
And that's sort of, yeah. Right, can I just get a little bit of kitchen roll?
Yeah, okay. There we go.
So I've cleaned down the board for you.
Lovely. So we're going to fry this off.
Yeah, let's stick this over here. Yeah, just gonna.
Oh, look at that. Knife skills at the best. Boss.
All right, so
As
we've
easy as
got
that.
separate them out slightly.
Lovely.
And here it is. So these are your gnocchi. You don't have to be particularly sort of like accurate with it. You want the little craggy edges because that's where you get a bit of caramelisation.
We were talking earlier about burnt food.
Yeah.
And like, that's the best bit. Like the corners of a lasagna that have burnt up the edge.
Yeah.
Best bit.
That's the flavour. That's the flavour.
Definitely.
So
we've got the gnocchi going in.
Yeah.
And then we're going to make a what?
Like a little bit like a pesto, but not quite. So let's just call it a rocket pesto.
So what's the difference between pesto and rocket pesto?
Well, I always substitute the basil for the rocket.
Get you. Okay.
Because it's cheaper.
Because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you get a different vibe with it. Like it's a lot more peppery.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it takes you down like a different sort of route.
Nice.
And because gnocchi is quite a plain food,
Yeah.
like the pepperiness just works so well with it.
Yeah,
Like it just elevates it. Like if you were to just to fry a gnocchi and eat it by itself, like it hasn't got as much excitement.
Yeah.
And that's what this sort of green little thing's gonna.
Beautiful.
finish
Right.
up. Okay, let's do it.
That's looking good, isn't it?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
So how long are we going to give these bad boys?
I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is sort of make sure that we flip them halfway.
Okay.
Like, because you can shake them in the pan, but sometimes not all of them flip over.
Yeah.
And you want like a bit of sort of colour on both sides.
Get you. Beautiful. So what's next then? Are you going to? So obviously you've got book number 7 on the horizon. Anything else? Are you going to?
I've got a pizza restaurant.
Okay.
So we're looking at expanding that. So it's a little place. It's made out of a shipping container, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Amazing.
Right in the middle of Camden.
Yeah.
And then we're just looking at expanding that at the moment.
Wow. So you
having lots of
roll it out.
meetings.
No pun intended.
Yeah, roll it out.
But roll it out and what? Position them more around London, or are you going to branch further out, or?
We're going to do around London and then branch further out.
See what happens.
What
style pizza? What are we
so
talking?
it's New York style pizza. So it's like big 20-inch.
So by the
pizzas.
slice.
Yeah, by the slice. But we also do a slightly smaller 14-inch pizza
Okay.
that we do through Deliveroo.
Yeah. Oh, do you?
Yeah, so you can get it delivered at home. But it's just I don't know. It's just that's where my heart is. Before I even did £1 meals, all I wanted to do was open a pizza place.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember I was looking at all these like units.
Yeah.
But the rent was so high, and then they want guarantees.
Yeah,
This was in the time, so it was after the credit crunch.
Yeah.
And everyone was like mega wary.
Yeah. Not sure what was
Of
going
like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have had to give like massive personal guarantees and stuff, and I was like, oh, so I got scared off.
What's on the menu then at the pizza? Is it?
Pepperoni's the number one, and then I've just made it really, really simple. So there's only 5 pizzas you can get at the moment.
Wow.
But because we've only got such a small unit, so the whole kitchen is probably as big as this kitchen.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And you serve out the kitchen?
Yeah, it's got a big hole in the side.
Amazing.
But when we get a bit bigger, so we're looking at a new place at the moment.
Yeah.
We're going to do stuff like, I don't know, like roast shoulder of lamb with like a little sort of slaw type thing and stuff like that, like on a pizza.
Yeah.
So, and then a little bit of feta.
Nice.
So stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's all coming in the future. But
Yeah.
I don't even know like what's going to happen
You should
with
do a
it.
pizza book.
I know.
You should do a pizza. If
I
pizza's a
pitched that
passion,
as my
you should
last
do a
one.
pizza
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Then you can get some travelling. You see, you can go around try pizza.
Right, give it little.
Do you want to like one of these?
Yeah. So can you see the little bits of caramelisation?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is what we're looking for.
They're looking
Exactly that, but on
incredible,
all sides.
Beautiful. We need to just turn these over.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, next we're going to make the sauce. So
Okay.
if you grab the blender,
Yeah. This
take
thing
the thing
here.
out and unscrew it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what we want to do is go in with a big handful of the rocket.
Into there?
Yep, so that's going to give like the greenness of it.
Okay. Too much? Too little?
Yeah, that'll do, that'll
Okay,
do.
beautiful.
Then a handful of pine nuts.
I'm being trusted with this.
It's fine,
Right,
yeah.
I like just handfuls. This is more my... I'm not very good at baking, you see, because you have to be very
Yeah,
precise, don't you?
neither
Whereas if
am
someone
I.
just says chuck a handful in, is that a handful?
Yeah, that's fine.
that's
That's
all
fine.
right.
That's the
Okay.
thing.
I suppose we can adjust to taste, can we?
Yeah.
After we've
And then if you stick one of those in, but you've got to
chopped
peel
it
it.
first. Give you that and that. Okay.
Right.
Beautiful. Just move some of this out of the way.
And the next thing you're going to need is a bit of salt.
Okay. Oh, they're looking good, aren't they? I don't suppose it matters how this is chopped, does it?
No, you just chop it in half. It's fine. It doesn't have to be like a whole one.
I've got a bit of chopping.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I thought I'd give you the knife. To get you to
Give me
show
some
off
to
a
do.
bit,
Right, those in there. So clove of garlic,
Yeah,
handful of pine nuts,
yeah.
big grab of rocket, and then oil.
Loads of oil, but this one's it's got a thing on the end where it comes out really slowly.
Is this where we just stop and then it
So yeah.
forwards on?
But I mean, we can get everything sort of mixed down. Add a bit of oil in a bit.
Beautiful.
Um,
So how much oil is that, do you reckon, in your glugometer?
I don't know, three tablespoons.
About 3. Right.
But we're going to end up putting in 10.
Are we?
So yeah, this is just.
So why don't we put it all in now, just in case it's...
Yeah, it's just nice to see it like step by step.
I like it. I like it.
It's like, I don't know, if you're making a cake, maybe you might want to put the flour in little by little.
Yeah,
let
yeah, I
it,
see, yeah.
know.
Right, so what, we're going to zip this in here?
Yeah, just put it in.
What do you do?
Well, you've never used the Nutriglue.
I don't know what I'm doing. See, I wasn't being harsh enough with it. That was the problem.
Right, then you've got to put in more oil.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Right, you just get pouring that in.
Yeah,
I'll
all
take
good.
care of these.
Wow.
Right, these are basically done.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to move it over here because I don't know how to turn that off.
Beautiful. I think it just goes off. Right.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going. More oil.
So what we want to do is create just like an oily sauce.
An oily sauce.
Yeah. And then it just looks quite pretty. So stick it in again.
Yeah, stick it again.
Yeah.
Right, just go in it. Cracked it, man.
Cracked it. Can you see how it looks different now?
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Cool, yeah, take it off, let's have a look. So now you can see it's sort of coming down to the bottom. Yeah, that is a beautiful
lovely.
sauce. So look, if you look in here, I don't know if you can see that.
Beautiful.
And you can smell like the garlic,
Yeah.
like all really, really important like components, and then
Yeah.
the pepperiness from the rocket.
Beautiful. Is that had salt in it? Do we need salt in there? Is it had salt in it?
Yeah, stick a little bit of salt in it.
Beautiful. Okay, so is that happy?
Fine,
Yeah,
that's
happy with
fine.
that?
Yeah.
Have you got a favourite chef? Have you got like a chef? Did anyone like get you into cooking? Because there's always somebody
That's
that you
got
go.
to be Jamie.
It's got to be Jamie.
Yeah,
It's
I
got to
was
be
once
Jamie.
said that I was the poor man's Jamie Oliver.
Who said that?
Oh, many people over the years have
Poor
said that.
man's Jamie
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah, and I actually said that to Jamie Oliver, and he was like, no. But he didn't even know who I was. So like, he was saying no, like he knew, but he didn't.
Yeah,
He's
he
probably
had no
thinking,
idea.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, love it.
Right.
Okay.
So now we're going to plate up.
Beautiful.
So gnocchi on the plate.
Yeah.
Grab ourselves a spoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And just drizzle that over. And then
I mean that does smell incredible.
more olive oil.
Am I allowed to try that?
Yeah. And then what's always nice with the garnish is to sort of go back to what's in the dish. So we've got pine nuts in the dish. So put a few pine nuts as a garnish.
So would you say that's for texture? That's really peppery. That's lovely, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Really peppery.
And then we can stick a few of these on top.
Oh,
And that's it. Let's find some pepper. Let's get that on.
amazing. Wow.
And that is it. So that's probably 50p.
That's absolutely bonkers. That is 50p, and it looks incredible. It smells. That stuff smells great.
Yeah.
Right. We've got some wine again.
Yeah.
We've always got some wine. This is an Italian dry. Ta-da! That's been paired with this dish.
Okay.
So let's just let's get this open and we can have a try.
Oh, we forgot the Parmesan.
Oh, we forgot the Parmesan.
Yeah.
Just get the Parmesan on then.
Let's
We
get
always
it
have to
on.
forget something.
Let's get it on. Right, this is really, really important. So a lot of the flavour comes from the Parmesan.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if anything, you want to over
Over
garnish.
Parmesan.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Right. Sounds nice. I don't know if that's a thing. Beautiful. Yeah, so literally everything that's gone into there, you've just used to dress it, really.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's for me. Let's get one of these. We've got some forks and we'll give it a...
Yeah, my fault.
Give it a go.
I was using it to mash potatoes.
That's all right. Well, you don't like washing up, so you've got to use it now, haven't you? Let's smell that. Dry. It smells nice. I mean, do you know anything about wine?
Beautiful. I'm not a wine connoisseur.
Is it? It's either a yes or no for me, really. I think when it comes to wine.
But I like it. That's it. The only way I can tell is when I taste it.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. What do you get from the? It smells like wine, doesn't it? Right. It does smell good though.
Well,
it smells good.
It smells fresh.
It does smell fresh.
And that's the important thing with a dish like this.
Right.
Like a nice, fresh,
Yeah.
uplifting, sort of summery
You're not going
vibes.
to have a heavy red wine, are you? Let's face it. It's
Exactly.
something nice, yeah. The
And
fresh-
it complements it.
Yeah.
Like, if you were going to make a sauce that goes with that, and
Yeah.
in the base of the sauce was this wine, it would be absolutely beautiful. Like,
Okay. Can we try?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Yeah. Come on then.
So, important thing is the looseness of the sauce.
Oh mate. The funny thing
A
is,
little shot of that.
you would never know. Not that there's anything wrong with tin potato, but you'd have no idea that was tin potato, would you?
No.
And you'd happily eat that out anywhere. That is incredible.
And the little bit of caramelisation, you get a tiny bit of like a crunch.
It's a bite, isn't there?
Yeah, there's like a crispness to the outside.
Yeah.
And that's gnocchi.
Yeah.
Like, I like fried gnocchi. I prefer fried gnocchi to boiled gnocchi.
Yeah.
But I find it just sort of, I don't know, saps all the excitement out of the gnocchi before you
Yeah.
like it's like
good,
poached fish. I'm not a poached fish man.
No.
I'm a pan
You
fried
like to
fish man.
fry it
yeah,
off,
yeah.
Well, buddy, that I'm dropping it everywhere. That is incredible.
Thank you.
Well done. That's anyways. Well done. Well done for cooking, which is what you do all of the time. Well, mate, I really appreciate you coming up. It's been really good fun. Guys, this is Miguel Barclay. This is Cooking With Nuthin. Check out the books, amazing. And that's in a book, isn't it? Is that in the book?
Yeah, that's in store cupboard £1 meals.
Amazing.
Came out in December, so it's out right now.
Bro. Guys, we'll see you in the next one. Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Cool. That's
Good.
simple, isn't it? That's tasty, man.
Yeah, we totally forgot to put the Parmesan in the sauce. Can't tell you the whole story, but I met some guys. Vogue, Vogue.com, there'll be a pair of crops on there. 100%.
No way.
Really? And then
Ben's looking different.
Mash them, and then it's 2 tablespoons of that, and a pinch of salt. That's it.